Chapter 31. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The old man was very angry. Brother Xiaoyao, I already know that it was you who saved me in the alley that year, right? Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao sneered and said with a mocking look. It's not me, it's your brother Su Zijin. Impossible, Wang Lin has already told me, and the man who saved me that day was scratched on the back by the gangsters. Although it was through the clothes, I could recognize the scar at a glance. It's the scar on your body. How could it not be you? Brother Xiaoyao, are you still angry with your sister? Su Xiaoyao looked at the crying Lihua in front of him. The woman in the rain, without any fluctuation in her heart, just said lightly. Teacher Su, I say it again, you are not my sister. Oh no, you used to be, but not now. Also, I did save you. But what can I do? What did I get in return? Slander, distrust, beatings. So, I don't want to mention these things anymore, just think that I have never saved you, and never been your brother. After saying that, Su Xiaoyao turned around and walked away quickly. Su Zijin wanted to reach out to grab him, but Su Xiaoyao was too fast and she grabbed nothing. She looked at Su Xiaoyao's resolute back, and tears burst out uncontrollably for a while. There was also a sense of pain in her heart. She knew that her brother would never forgive her again. She recalled the things she had done to Su Xiaoyao, and she couldn't help but feel annoyed. At this moment, she seemed to have figured out everything. After being rescued that day, she returned to the Su family and first saw Su Zijin sitting on the sofa with a weak face. She thought Su Zijin was not feeling well, but Su Zijin said that he saved her. Su Zijin believed Su Zijin without investigating the matter because of her preference for Su Zijin. Now that she thinks about it, that matter is indeed a bit strange. Since Su Zijin saved her, why did he come back later than herself? Since Su Zijin saved her, what about the scar on his back? Oh, Su Zijin didn't let her see the scar on his back at all, but covered it up and diverted the topic. Until today, she has not seen Su Zijin's back. Also, why did Su Xiaoyao come back very late after her that day? And when he came back, his face was still pale and his walking posture was a bit weird. Thinking of this, she wanted to slap herself twice, because she listened to Su Zijin's instigation that day, and believed that Su Xiaoyao was one of the gangsters without any investigation, and she also naturally slandered that her whereabouts were revealed by Su Xiaoyao. So that day, she beat Su Xiaoyao without saying anything. She clearly remembered Su Xiaoyao's painful appearance that day. He curled up on the ground, but he didn't say a word. Even if the blood from the wound flowed all over the ground, he didn't tell the truth of the matter. Now think about it, Su Xiaoyao probably gave up on her at that time. After a long time, her emotions gradually stabilized, and she saw that there were classmates watching the excitement around her. She wiped her tears, took a last look at the direction of Su Xiaoyao, and turned away in a daze. She asked for leave from the school leaders, and then left the school gate, without driving, and walked aimlessly on the street. Maybe she needed to be quiet at this moment. It was not until she passed a corner that she seemed to remember something and walked towards a small alley. Here, after Su Xiaoyao returned to the classroom, he saw Fatty Wang still looking at him with a guilty conscience. Su Xiaoyao glared at him fiercely, and then returned to his seat under the puzzled eyes of everyone. Big Hero, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I just can't stand them bullying you like this. Fatty Wang looked at Su Xiaoyao with obvious anger, so he approached Su Xiaoyao and explained in a low voice. Su Xiaoyao heard this, glanced at him, and said lightly. I want 2 chicken legs for lunch. Fatty Wang was immediately happy when he heard this, and nodded his fat face, saying. Okay. 2 are not enough, 4. Su Xiaoyao shook his head and smiled helplessly. How could he not know that Fatty Wang was defending him? Good brothers really treat him well, so even though he is very angry at the moment, he does not blame Wang Pengzi. Damn it, these guys are too inhuman. After class, Su Jia came over cursing. It seems that he must have learned about what Su Xiaoyao experienced in the Su family, so he found Su Xiaoyao. After hearing this, Wang Pengzi hurriedly glanced at Su Jia, but Su Jia seemed not to see it, looking at Su Xiaoyao, and continued to speak indignantly. Su Jinghua, this old beast, does not love his own son, but loves an adopted son who has no blood relationship. Is he old and confused? Besides, what kind of character is Su Zijin, the bastard? He spends the money given to him by the Su family all day long, and he always bullied Xiaoyao before. Even so, Su Jinghua still treats him like a treasure all day long. Does he still expect him to take care of him in his old age and see him to the end? Also, Xiaoyao, your 7 sisters are fucking worthless. They are pretty, but a little blind. They don't want to have such a good brother, but they have to lick that stupid Su Zijin. I don't understand what they are thinking. Anyway, Xiaoyao, I support you. You should leave the Su family. Staying with those idiots will easily affect your IQ. Su Jia usually doesn't swear, but this time he cursed all 10 people in the Su family in one breath. Even Su Xiaoyao's father Su Jinghua was cursed by him as an old beast, which shows how angry he was. The face of Fatty Wang on the side changed, and he interrupted Su Jia immediately, saying in a deep voice. Jia Zi, stop talking. They are the biological parents of the hero after all. What's the matter with you cursing like this? After that, Fatty Wang didn't forget to give Su Jia a look to remind him. Su Jia was about to retort, but suddenly realized that what he said was not appropriate, so he simply closed his mouth and looked at Su Xiaoyao cautiously. Su Xiaoyao was still reviewing his lessons with his head down, and was not angry at all because of what Su Jia said, but in fact, Su Xiaoyao had been listening to Su Jia all the time, but he just didn't look up. Seeing that Su Jia stopped talking, Su Xiaoyao slowly raised his head, looked at Su Jia and smiled. Have you finished? At this time, Fatty Wang also came out to smooth things over. Xiaoyao, Jiezi was also angry for a while. It was all for your own good, don't be angry. Chapter 32. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The old man was very angry, but he was still very angry. Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao smiled indifferently and said. Why should I be angry? What he said is all true. Su Jinghua is indeed an old beast. To be precise, he is even worse than a beast. This sentence made Fatty Wang and Su Jia confused. The two looked at each other, not knowing what Su Xiaoyao meant. Was he angry or not? After a long silence, Su Jia suddenly spoke cautiously. Xiaoyao, no. I'm sorry. After hearing this, Su Xiaoyao stood up, patted the two on the shoulders, and smiled. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. We are brothers. I also know that you are standing up for me, and I'm not angry. The two of them were relieved when they heard this. Since we're done, let's go eat. Su Xiaoyao looked at the two of them, said indifferently, and then turned and left. Xiaoyao. If you have any difficulties, remember to tell me. Yes, we are always behind you. Just as Su Xiaoyao turned around, Su Jia and Fatty Wang suddenly called him and said this sentence one after another. Su Xiaoyao felt warm at the bottom of his heart when he heard the words. He turned around, looked at the two of them and smiled. Got it. Oh, by the way, Fatty, don't forget the chicken legs. Fatty Wang smiled and said cheerfully. No problem. Then let's go. After hearing Fatty Wang's words, Su Xiaoyao turned around and left. Su Jia and Fatty Wang behind him also scratched their heads and followed. You fat guy, did you know this a long time ago? I just heard it from my dad yesterday. Before that, I didn't know that the hero had such an experience. Why didn't you remind me earlier? How could I know that you would scold Su Jinghua right away? Besides, who said I didn't remind you? Listening to the two people mumbling in the back, Su Xiaoyao seemed to be accustomed to it. He just shook his head helplessly and smiled. In fact, he was not angry. With his experience, anyone would be angry after knowing it, but no one would scold Su Jinghua in front of him like Su Jia did. First, they dare not, because the Su family is too powerful, and most people dare not offend them. Although they all want to stand up for Su Xiaoyao, due to the strength of the Su family, no one wants to wade into this muddy water. Secondly, there are not many people who have such a good relationship with Su Xiaoyao like Su Jia, so no one dares to speak from the heart in front of Su Xiaoyao, but Su Jie is different. His family is as powerful as the Su family, so he dares to scold Su Jingwa so blatantly. Of course, the main reason is that their relationship is too close, and Su Jie can't stand Su Xiaoyao being bullied like this. If someone other than Su Xiaoyao and Fatty Wang was bullied like this, Su Jie might not even care. After all, no one wants to make themselves uncomfortable. Moreover, Su Xiaoyao has already severed his relationship with the Su family, even if someone else scolded Su Jingwa and the others today, Su Xiaoyao would not be angry. There is no need for him to be angry with someone who has nothing to do with him. Looking at the two good brothers behind him, Su Xiaoyao couldn't help but feel warm in his heart. In his last life, he had a car accident, and it was these two good brothers who were thinking about catching the murderer and avenging him until their death. In this life, they stood by him again and supported him unconditionally. So, you don't need too many friends, just two close friends are enough. The three of them finished their meal quickly, and Fatty Wang kept his word and treated Su Xiaoyao to 4 chicken legs. However, Su Jie was not invited, which made him glare at Fatty Wang, making Su Xiaoyao and Fatty Wang laugh. This day passed quite quickly, especially without the harassment of Su Zijin and Qingmei, which made him feel particularly peaceful. After school, Su Xiaoyao went out of the school gate and began to look for Lin Wanxia's car. Unfortunately, Lin Wanxia might have something to do today, so Su Xiaoyao didn't see her car, so he prepared to take the bus back to the apartment. But just after taking 2 steps, he saw a beautiful figure walking towards him. Su Xiaoyao frowned. Isn't that the second sister Su Zijin? She came to school at this time, and it was obvious that something bad was going to happen. However, Su Xiaoyao still walked up to her. After all, the direction he was going to take the bus was this way, and he couldn't take a detour. Stop! Just when Su Xiaoyao ignored her and walked forward, he was suddenly stopped by Su Zijin's cold voice. Su Xiaoyao stopped, looked at Su Zijin, and asked expressionlessly, "Miss Su, what can I do for you?" Su Zijin frowned slightly and said coldly, "Come home with me." After hearing this, Su Xiaoyao was immediately amused and said sarcastically, "Miss Su, are we familiar with each other? Why should I go home with you?" Su Zijin looked unhappy, but still said reluctantly, "Su Xiaoyao, how can you talk like that? I am your second sister after all. Why do you talk to me like this? I don't have a second sister like you. It was clearly written in the severance letter that day that we have no relationship. You don't understand." Hearing this, Su Zijin took a deep breath, suppressed the emotions in her heart, and slowly said, "Father asked you to go back and apologize to Brother Zijin. Do you think I am willing to come to you? I advise you to go back with me and apologize. Otherwise, if Father gets angry, you will never step into the door of the Su family again." After hearing this, Su Xiaoyao sneered, "Do you think I am willing to enter the door of your Su family? It is you who come to me again and again, but I have never come to you. You." After saying this, Su Zijin's face flushed instantly, and she was so angry that she couldn't speak. Indeed, after Su Xiaoyao left the Su family, it was always the people of their Su family who came to see him. But Su Xiaoyao changed the subject and said jokingly, "But I should go back for a while." Hearing this, Su Zijin's flushed face instantly disappeared, replaced by a trace of disgust, and snorted coldly, "I thought you were so strong-willed, but after all, you still have to go back to the Su family in the end. But I tell you, don't dream of thinking about our Su family's property. Those are left to Brother Zijin, and have nothing to do with you." As soon as the words came out, Su Xiaoyao looked at her like she was an idiot. This woman is really good at imagining things. Su Xiaoyao said she wanted to go back for a while, but she didn't say she wanted to stay in the Su family, let alone occupy the Su family's property. After a pause, Su Xiaoyao said impatiently, "You talk too much nonsense. Are you going to leave or not? If not, I'm going home." Su Zijin snorted coldly, looked at Su Xiaoyao with even more contempt, and sneered, "Are you anxious now? If you had given in earlier, I would have let you go home a long time ago." She probably thought that Su Xiaoyao meant going home to the Su family. Su Xiaoyao ignored her and walked straight forward. Su Zijin stomped her feet in anger when she saw Su Xiaoyao ignoring her, but she had no choice but to follow him. Chapter 33. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At the same time, Su Zijin, who was walking on the street in a daze, returned home. Sister, are you back? As soon as Su Zijin entered the house, she saw Su Zijin, who was playing with her mobile phone on the sofa, greeting her. Su Zijin walked forward quickly as if she had thought of something. Su Zijin, who was playing with his mobile phone with his head down, did not notice Su Zijin's arrival at all. Su Zijin walked behind Su Zijin and suddenly lifted his clothes, which scared Su Zijin and made him scream. Sister, what are you doing? Su Zijin saw the white skin on Su Zijin's back just now, and there was no trace of scars. Her expression suddenly turned cold, and she looked at Su Zijin and said calmly. Zijin, didn't you say that you were the one who saved me in the alley that year? Su Zijin panicked when she heard this, but she still pretended to be calm and smiled. Yes, sister, didn't I tell you? Have you forgotten? Then where is the wound on your back? Ah, what wound? In fact, Su Zijin knew the result after hearing this, but she still stared at Su Zijin and continued. When you saved me that year, I saw with my own eyes that the gangsters used a knife to cut a deep cut on your back. Su Zijin didn't think of this at all, he just wanted to find an excuse to fool around. He never thought that one day Su Zijin would come to ask about his wound. At this time, he was completely upset and said unnaturally. Oh, that scar has healed, big sister, don't worry about it. You are talking nonsense. Hearing this, Su Zijin suddenly shouted and looked at Su Zijin with red eyes. Su Zijin was startled. Coincidentally, Su Jinghua and others also heard the sound and came out of the room. Zijin, what's wrong? Yes, big sister, what's wrong? Faced with everyone's questions, Su Zijin did not explain the reason, but pointed at Su Zijin and said angrily. Ask him what good things he has done. At this time, Su Jinghua also noticed that the atmosphere was wrong, so he said in a deep voice. Zijin, talk nicely, what's wrong? Yes, Zijin, just say what's wrong. What if you fuss about it and scare your brother? Lu Fang, who was standing aside, also started to persuade, but Su Zijin was not moved at all, just staring at Su Zijin who was sitting on the sofa with his head down. After a long time, he pointed at Su Zijin and said. You don't want to say it, right? Well, I'll say it for you. That year when I was blocked in the alley by a group of gangsters, it was not you who saved me, but brother Xiaoyao who saved me, right? Also, it was you who told the gangsters that I was going to take that road, but why did you slander brother Xiaoyao? At this point, Su Zijin had already raised his head, looking at Su Zijin with a pair of eyes in disbelief, as if he wanted to ask how she knew about this. Su Zijin sneered, as if he saw Su Zijin's doubts, so he said coldly. I didn't go to work today, but went to find someone who participated in this incident that year, and he told me. Hearing this, Su Zijin's demeanor collapsed instantly. Indeed, after Su Zijin came out of school today, she went straight to find a gangster who had participated in this incident, and she used the identity of the eldest daughter of the Su family to pressure him. The gangster was actually a small fry, just scare him and he confessed everything. And from his mouth, we learned that it was Su Zijin who revealed the news to the gangsters, otherwise, they would never know that Su Zijin would go that way. Zijin, is this true? Your brother can't hurt you. Yes, sister, you are not mistaken, Zijin is so obedient, how could he do such a thing? After hearing what Su Zijin said, Lu Fang and several sisters obviously didn't believe it, and their words were full of questions. So Su Zijin told everyone everything she had experienced today. This also included what Fatty Wang said to her and the hideous scar behind Su Xiaoyao. It's that beast again, Zijin, when did you start to believe what he said? At this time, Su Jinghua spoke, his face was not looking good, and now even he did not believe that what Su Zijin said was true. At this moment, Su Zijin finally realized the grievances that Su Xiaoyao had suffered here. Dad, do you mean that what I saw with my own eyes could be false? Su Jinghua was choked and could not speak. Seeing this, Lu Fang stepped forward and looked at Su Zijin and asked. Zijin, is what your elder sister said true? Hearing this, Su Zijin knew that she could not pretend anymore, so she knelt down with a plop, looked at Su Zihan with red eyes and said. Elder sister, I'm sorry. Did you really do it? Lu Fang looked at Su Zijin kneeling on the ground and asked in disbelief. Even Su Jinghua and other sisters beside him showed unbelievable looks. They couldn't believe that Su Zijin, who had always been well behaved in front of them, would do such a thing. Seeing this, Su Zijin quickly said. Big sister, I had no choice. The gangster said he liked you, so he found me and asked me to tell him your whereabouts every day, otherwise, he would cut off my hands. I had no choice, big sister. Speaking of this, Su Zijin had already burst into tears. Seeing Su Zijin crying so sadly, Lu Fang on the side also advised. Zihan, who hasn't made mistakes? Besides, your brother was threatened by someone, and he did this to protect himself. As a sister, can't you forgive him once? Yes, sister, Zijin was still young at that time, so you should forgive him. Hearing this, Su Zihan widened her eyes and looked at Su Zijin angrily. You are talking nonsense. It's obvious that you want to get close to the power of the gangster leader's family, so you betrayed me, you. Su Zihan's chest rose and fell in anger. She only saw Su Zijin's true face now, and she also knew Su Zijin's means of slandering people. At first, she didn't believe that Su Zijin would slander Su Xiaoyao, but now she believes it, because the gangster has told her everything. If not, I guess I would be deceived by him again. Seeing that his elder sister Su Zihan was still not giving in, Su Zijin simply used his trump card. Looking at Su Zihan, he said pitifully. Sister, I'm sorry, Zijin is sorry for you. I don't have the face to see you, let alone live in this world. I just hope that the sisters can take good care of mom and dad, and repay their kindness for raising me. After saying that, he stood up and pretended to leave. Son, you can't leave. How can I live if you leave? Chapter 34. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The two of them were very close. Son, you can't leave. How can I live if you leave? Just when Su Zijin was about to leave, Lu Fang hugged Su Zijin as usual, crying bitterly. Then she began to blame Su Zihan. Zihan, do you have to force your brother away to be happy? Su Zihan was angry and annoyed at this moment, just because the moment when his mother Lu Fang hugged Su Zijin's face clearly showed a smile of success, but it was only for a moment, so, what Su Zijin said just now was all fake. Unfortunately, only Su Zihan noticed it, and no one else noticed it at all. Especially Lu Fang was still hugging Su Zijin, comforting and blaming Su Zihan. Okay, Zihan, don't pursue this matter anymore. After all, your brother has his own reasons. The matter is ultimately the fault of that little gangster. When I find him, I will definitely let you off the hook. Su Zihan was about to speak, but was interrupted by Su Jinghua. Dad, I'm back. At the same time, Su Xiaoyao also brought Su Xiaoyao back to the Su family. Su Xiaoyao, who was standing aside, looked at the huge villa and felt a sense of emotion. I left here a few days ago, but I didn't expect to come back in this way today, but it's okay. This time I came back to make a thorough break, otherwise, they would always harass Su Xiaoyao, and it would be a headache just to think about it. You beast, you dare to come back. As soon as he saw Su Xiaoyao, Su Jinghua, who was sitting on the sofa, shouted loudly, then slammed the table and stood up, looking at Su Xiaoyao with angry eyes. This action scared everyone. Even Su Zijin, who was crying just now, was scared to stop crying, but his eyes were still fixed on Su Xiaoyao. Su Xiaoyao had already gotten used to this. When he lived in the Su family, he would be scolded by him every day. After a long time, he probably became immune to it. He walked to Su Jinghua calmly and said. I'm sorry, Mr. Su, I'm not a beast, I'm a human. Also, you asked me to come back, not me. If you don't welcome me, I'll leave. You. Su Jinghua's eyes were red with anger, and he stretched out his hand to hit Su Xiaoyao, but Su Xiaoyao grabbed his wrist. Su Xiaoyao snorted coldly, shook off his hand, looked at Su Jinghua coldly and said. Mr. Su, I advise you not to touch me. After all, we are not too familiar with each other, that if you dare to do it to me again, I will call the police." After that, he kicked the tea table beside him as a warning. Su Zijin was staggered after being thrown by Su Xiaoyao. There was nothing he could do. Su Jingwo was a little old, and he often sat in the office without exercise, so naturally he was not as strong as Su Xiaoyao, who was in his youth. Rebellion, it's really rebellion. In the villa, only Su Jingwo's furious voice could be heard. At this time, Lu Fang, who was standing by, also stood up, frowned and looked at Su Xiaoyao, and said, "Xiaoyao, how could you fight with your father?" Su Xiaoyao was immediately amused when she heard it, and said jokingly, "Ms. Lu, I'm going to slap you now, are you going to defend yourself or not?" "You." Lu Fang's face instantly turned ugly, but Su Jingwo, who was standing by, glared at Su Xiaoyao, and snorted at Lu Fang. "Humph. Look at the good son you gave birth to." Lu Fang was speechless. "Su Xiaoyao, you should apologize to your brother Zijin now, and you can continue to stay in the Su family, otherwise you can get out." Behind Su Xiaoyao, the voice of the second sister Su Zijin came over. "Zijin, what are you talking about? How can you say that about Xiaoyao brother?" Su Zijin, who was standing by, saw Su Zijin saying that about Su Xiaoyao. She felt guilty about Su Xiaoyao, so she naturally didn't allow him to say that. She immediately stood up to speak for Su Xiaoyao. "Sister, what's wrong with you? Why are you speaking for him? It was obviously he who bullied Zijin brother. Isn't it reasonable for him to apologize?" However, Su Zijin had just returned and had no idea what had just happened, let alone, why would the eldest sister who had always disliked Su Xiaoyao speak for him? At this time, Su Xiaoyao smiled, looked at the second sister Su Zijin, and said with a leisurely smile, "Okay." As he said that, he walked toward Su Zijin. However, how could he dare to let Su Xiaoyao get close to him after being beaten by Su Xiaoyao, so he quickly retreated. Seeing this, Su Jingwo immediately stopped him and said, "It's okay, Zijin, just stand there. Today I asked him to apologize to you. I want to see what he can do." Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao's smile became even brighter. "Pa! Pa! Pa!" After Su Xiaoyao approached, he raised his hand and slapped Su Zijin a few times. Soon, several scarlet slap marks appeared on Su Zijin's face again. You beast, you actually dared to hit your brother. Su Xiaoyao, you bastard. Zijin, come to your mother quickly." There was a lot of abuse at the scene, accompanied by Lu Fang's distressed voice. Su Xiaoyao was happy, and then looked at Su Jingwo, smiling and said, "Mr. Su, are you satisfied with this result? Do you know that he is your brother? How could you do it?" Su Jingwo was so angry that he trembled all over, pointing at Su Xiaoyao and said angrily, and the other sisters also echoed him. Only Su Zijin stood there and looked at Su Xiaoyao, with a complicated expression. If you look closely, there are tears in her eyes. However, facing the questioning of the crowd, Su Xiaoyao was not angry at all, but looked at Su Jingwo coldly and said, "Mr. Su, he provoked me first, so I beat him, and I also tell you, if he dares to provoke me again in the future, I will deal with him the same way. Also, I advise you not to bother me again in the future, otherwise, don't blame me for being rude to you." After that, Su Jingwo was glaring at Su Xiaoyao at this time, and said with a ferocious face, "Okay, very good, I hope you don't come to ask me to return to the Su family in the future. Then I hope Mr. Su will do what he said." After that, Su Xiaoyao turned around and was about to leave, perhaps thinking of something. Su Xiaoyao turned back and took out the severance letter he had signed before, smiled and looked at Su Jingwo and said, "Mr. Su, words are not enough, just sign it. In case you come to harass me again in the future, I can call the police to deal with it." After hearing this, Su Jingwo gritted his teeth and said, "Okay, I'll sign it." At this time, Su Zijin suddenly became anxious and shouted at Su Jingwo anxiously, "Dad, don't sign it, you can't do this to brother Xiaoyao." "Shut up." Soon, Su Jingwo signed it, and Lu Fang signed it too. Su Xiaoyao took the severance letter and carefully put it in his pocket, then looked at Su Jinghua and the others with a playful look, and turned and left. Chapter 35. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The two of them were married, but the two of them were married. Originally, he had not thought of asking Su Jinghua to sign the severance agreement, but later on, he was worried that if Su Jinghua did not recognize the severance agreement in the future, wouldn't it be troublesome? After all, only Su Zijin signed it at that time, although she was the acting president of the Su group, but she was only signing as a sister, and could not represent the entire Su family, so to be on the safe side, he decided to let Su Jinghua sign it. After all, he was nominally Su Xiaoyao's father, and only his signature would be legally effective. Xiaoyao brother, here. Su Xiaoyao had just left the Su family villa when he heard a voice behind him. Looking back, I saw Su Zijin running towards me. Brother Xiaoyao, yes. I'm sorry, I've investigated everything. I was wrong before. Can you forgive me? Su Zijin's eyes were red with tears, and she said in a sobbing voice. However, Su Xiaoyao was unmoved. He just smiled and looked at Su Zijin and said, Teacher Su, there is no need to forgive or not. It's all over, isn't it? Hearing this, Su Zijin's eyes lit up instantly, staring at Su Xiaoyao and said excitedly. Really? Are you willing to forgive my sister? Of course, now I have completely left the Su family, and you and I have nothing to do with each other, so there is no question of forgiveness or not. We are just strangers when we meet again. If there must be some relationship, it is only a teacher-student relationship, nothing more. So, what reason do I have to hate you? After hearing this, Su Zijin's excited mood instantly fell to the bottom of the valley, and tears seemed to flash in his eyes again. He grabbed Su Xiaoyao's arm and said aggrievedly. Why, Xiaoyao brother? You obviously liked my sister so much before, why did you become like this now? Su Xiaoyao laughed at himself, then he said calmly. You also said that was only in the past. I really liked you before, and I really like to stick to you sisters, but what about you? You threw my burning sincerity to the ground again and again. My love has long been consumed by your ridicule and disgust again and again. You pushed me away from you, didn't you? Xiaoyao brother. Okay. Su Zijin was about to say something when he was interrupted by Su Xiaoyao, who then said coldly. So, since you pushed me away from you, please don't bother me again in the future, and go back and tell them, let them treat me as if they don't have a son and brother. If we meet again, let's just be strangers. After that, Su Xiaoyao turned around and left without waiting for Su Zijin's reaction. Su Zijin was left alone in the wind, looking at Su Xiaoyao's back, wanting to say something but stopping herself, tears falling down, and there was a faint pain in her heart, as if something important was quietly lost. She did not call Su Xiaoyao, because she knew that Su Xiaoyao would never come back, let alone recognize her as a sister. At this moment, she was extremely upset, thinking of how she had treated Su Xiaoyao before. Her heart ached, and she was thinking, if she had treated Su Xiaoyao better at that time, would it not be this ending? Unfortunately, there is no regret medicine in the world, and this brother who she once hated the most, at this moment, he was leaving her world little by little. On the other side, after Su Xiaoyao left the Su family, he was walking aimlessly on the street. At this moment, he felt an inexplicable sense of relief in his heart. Perhaps it was because he had completely severed his family ties with the Su family, or perhaps it was because of his beautiful vision of his future that made him walk more quickly. Suddenly, a quick phone ring rang, and Su Xiaoyao picked up the phone and saw that it was Lin Wanxia calling. Su Xiaoyao slapped his forehead and answered the phone. Hello, Xiaoyao brother, where are you? As soon as the phone was connected, Lin Wanxia's pleasant and anxious voice came. Sister Wanxia, I just came out of the Su family and am still on the roadside. Su family. Okay. Then wait for me, I'll pick you up. Okay. After learning that Su Xiaoyao had gone to the Su family, Lin Wanxia was stunned. After a moment, he didn't ask any more questions. After a simple sentence, he hung up the phone. After the call was hung up, Su Xiaoyao looked embarrassed. He was so busy showing off his power in the Su family that he forgot to tell Lin Wanxia, which made Lin Wanxia anxious with him. He felt a little guilty. Soon, Su Xiaoyao saw Lin Wanxia's red Lamborghini speeding over. After stopping steadily on the side of the road, he saw Lin Wanxia getting out of the car in a dusty state and running straight towards him. "Brother Xiaoyao, did they make things difficult for you?" After coming over, Lin Wanxia began to look at Su Xiaoyao from head to toe. She seemed to be worried and pinched Su Xiaoyao's arm and touched Su Xiaoyao's body. Su Xiaoyao felt warm in his heart when he saw this. Lin Wanxia always did this, fearing that she would be wronged. At the same time, Su Xiaoyao secretly swore in his heart that he must cherish this family relationship. Seeing Lin Wanxia checking her body, Su Xiaoyao paused and said, "No, Sister Wanxia, don't worry, they didn't do anything to me." After that, he touched the tip of his nose again and said awkwardly, "Wan. Sister Wanxia, I'm sorry, I made you worry. I saw you didn't go to school today, and I thought you were busy, so I thought about going back by myself, but I met Su Zijin. She went to school to find me to go back to the Su family, so I thought about going back with her to make a break. As a result, I forgot to tell you for a while, and made you worry, Sister Wanxia." Hearing this, Lin Wanxia's worried expression was mostly dissipated, but then she looked at Su Xiaoyao with a murderous look and said unhappily, "You still know that I am worried about you." Su Xiaoyao scratched his head and smiled awkwardly. Now that it's done, it's over. That just when Su Xiaoyao didn't know how to start, Lin Wanxia asked Su Xiaoyao in a tentative tone. Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao said with a relaxed look, "It's over. This time, we are completely done with each other. Moreover, it is the parent-child severance agreement signed by Su Zijin himself. It is now legally binding. They can't harass me again. Before Su Xiaoyao finished speaking, a figure suddenly jumped into his arms, and then a voice came. "So you belong to my sister now, right?" Su Xiaoyao was stunned. He didn't understand what Lin Wanxia meant, so he asked tentatively, "Wan. Sister Wanxia, what do you mean?" Hearing this, Lin Wanxia raised her head, looked at Su Xiaoyao with her big eyes flashing and said, "Didn't you completely break up with the Su family?" "Yes. So you belong to me now, and no one can take you away." Lin Wanxia looked like a puppy protecting its food, which made Su Xiaoyao laugh, but he still felt warm in his heart. Okay. Chapter 36. You are listening at novelfull.audio. On the other side, Su Zijin returned to the Su family in a state of despair. "Sir, the food is ready, you guys eat first." "What are you eating?" "You're all angry about that beast." At this time, Su Zijin was still angry about what happened just now, and he scolded the servants. Seeing Su Zijin getting angry, everyone looked at each other, and no one dared to say a word. "Dad, calm down. Where can Su Xiaoyao, that bastard, go after leaving the Su family?" "Don't worry, he will come back and beg you on his knees in no time." "Yes, he is a useless waste. He will starve to death if he leaves the Su family." After a long time, Su Zijin and Su Ziwei spoke to comfort Su Zijin. "Alas, it's all my fault that I didn't teach him well, otherwise he wouldn't be like this today." At this time, Lu Fang, who was holding Su Zijin, spoke hypocritically. As soon as she said this, Su Zijin exploded and said angrily, "Don't make excuses for that beast anymore. I shouldn't have taken him back from the orphanage. I took him back and provided him with good food and drink, but now he dares to talk to me like this. Listen to me, everyone. From now on, no one is allowed to go to him. I will treat this son as if I don't have him." After that, she turned around and left angrily. Lu Fang at the side also sighed repeatedly. "Big sister, did you go to find Su Xiaoyao?" At this time, Su Zijin looked at Su Zijin who had come in from outside and asked. Just as Su Xiaoyao left, she chased him out, obviously chasing him. However, facing Su Zijin's words, Su Zijin did not respond at all, and the whole person was like a walking corpse. She slowly walked in front of Su Zijin and said expressionlessly, "You take care of yourself." Then she turned around and went upstairs. Only a few people were left looking at each other. Mom, I really didn't mean it. Big sister won't hate me, right? Su Zijin looked at Lu Feng and said aggrievedly, seeing Su Zijin like this, Lu's mother felt so distressed that she touched his head and comforted him softly. No, Zijin, your elder sister won't be angry with you, and she won't hate you. In the end, because Su Xiaoyao made a scene here, everyone left unhappily. Su Xiaoyao, I won't let you go. After returning to the room, Su Zijin took a fruit knife and stabbed the doll on the bed with a ferocious face. He kept cursing Su Xiaoyao like a madman, as if he was venting his anger. At some point, he stopped his actions, then smiled coldly, picked up the mobile phone beside him, and made a call. Hello. Here, Su Xiaoyao and Lin Wanxia had already driven back to the apartment. Sister Wanxia, what have you been busy with recently? That during the meal, Su Xiaoyao glanced at Lin Wanxia and asked. Su Xiaoyao felt that Lin Wanxia had been very busy since she returned to her company. Unexpectedly, Lin Wanxia smiled mysteriously and said, You will know after a while. I came back a little late today, and the two went to bed early after dinner. The next morning, Su Xiaoyao was awakened by a phone ring, and he answered the phone in a daze. Hello, Mr. Su, the matter you asked me to investigate has a clue. Lu Baoqing's voice came from the other end of the phone. Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao sat up directly, and instantly became energetic, and asked in a serious tone. Where are you now? I'll come to you and talk face to face. Okay, Mr. Su, please wait, I'll send you a location. After that, Su Xiaoyao hung up the phone and got up to get dressed. Brother Xiaoyao, what's the hurry? Lin Wanxia, who was still cooking in the kitchen, saw Su Xiaoyao so anxious and asked with some confusion. After hearing this, Su Xiaoyao simply told Lin Wanxia what Lu Baoqing said on the phone, and then hurried out. Let's eat first. You eat first, Sister Wanxia, I'm leaving first. Su Xiaoyao's words came, and the sound of the door closing followed. Seeing Su Xiaoyao's clumsy look, Lin Wanxia couldn't help shaking her head and smiling. Soon, Su Xiaoyao arrived at Lu Baoqing's place, the location given to him. It was a tea house, and he was soon found inside. The two found a private room just like last time. Mr. Su, I have checked, the young master of the Su family. No, the funds in Su Zijin's account have been very large recently, and he often transfers money to a person named Li Bo. Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao was a little disappointed. He had known about these situations in his previous life, but he continued to listen to Lu Baoqing. Also, I just saw him go to a nearby alley today, so I followed him. As a result, I saw him discussing something with a group of gangsters, so I pretended to be a passerby and went to inquire, but their voices were too low. I only heard a rough idea, and I only heard them say that they seemed to be going to attack you, but I didn't hear when and where they would do it. After saying this, Lu Baoqing lowered his head with some guilt. Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao was not afraid, but just sneered. Just when he was worried about not being able to find a way to get back at Su Zijin, now he came to him. Coming back to his senses, Su Xiaoyao patted Lu Baoqing on the shoulder and comforted him. It's okay, this information is enough. You continue to investigate Su Zijin, and call me if you need anything. After that, Su Xiaoyao got up to pay the bill and left the tea house. After coming out, Su Xiaoyao did not rush to school, but took a taxi to the electronics mall, bought 3 mini cameras, and then took a taxi to school. After arriving at school, Su Xiaoyao went directly to the classroom where Su Zijin was. After taking a look, he found that Su Zijin did not come to school today, which made him more certain that Su Zijin would definitely take action against him after school today. In fact, when he got the news, he had basically determined that Su Zijin would take action today, because Su Zijin now hated him to the core, and with his personality, he must have been eager to deal with him. The reason why I came to his classroom to take a look was to confirm it. After knowing the answer, Su Xiaoyao did not stay here and turned away. When passing by other classrooms, Su Xiaoyao was a little surprised because Su Zijin and Qingmei did not come to school today. In his impression, Su Zijin would not often skip classes, and Qingmei, who was a university professor, would not let Qingmei take leave often. Su Xiaoyao was a little surprised that they did not come for several days in a row, but it was good that way, so that Su Xiaoyao could have some peace and quiet. After shaking his head, Su Xiaoyao went to the classroom and started his homework for the day, without their interruption. Su Xiaoyao felt that the day passed very quickly. School was over in a blink of an eye. Before leaving the school, Su Xiaoyao also called Wang Pengzi and Su Jia. There was no way, he didn't know how many gangsters there were. If there were too many people, he would definitely suffer, so calling them two would be safer. Chapter 37. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The two of them were in a mess, but the two of them were in a mess. Xiaoyao, why did you call us out? On the playground, Su Jia, who was a little confused, asked Su Xiaoyao in confusion. He was just about to go to the internet cafe to play for a while after school. Unexpectedly, he was dragged over by Su Xiaoyao as soon as he left the classroom. There was also Fatty Wang, who also looked at Su Xiaoyao with a puzzled look at this moment. However, Su Xiaoyao smiled mysteriously, and after pulling the two closer, he told the matter. What are you waiting for? You dare to bully my brother? I will knock out the front teeth of those bastards today. Yes. Keep your voice down, don't let anyone hear you. After learning that Su Zijin was going to attack Su Xiaoyao, the two of them got angry and went to find Su Zijin and the others to settle the score. Fortunately, Su Xiaoyao stopped them, otherwise they would have rushed to Su Zijin. It was obviously Su Xiaoyao's business, but they looked even angrier than Su Xiaoyao at the moment. Things are not that simple. This time, I will not only let Su Zijin swallow this loss, but I will also let him stay in prison for a while. That's right, Su Xiaoyao was going to make Su Zijin suffer a little this time, even if it was to collect some interest from him. In the last life, Su Xiaoyao was hurt so badly, and Su Xiaoyao was worried that he had no chance to plot against him, but he came to the door himself. Hearing this, Fatty Wang and Su Jia all looked at Su Xiaoyao and said seriously. Tell me, what should we do? After hearing the two's questions, Su Xiaoyao smiled mysteriously and took out the 3 mini cameras he had bought in the morning. He gave each of them one, and then said. Put this on, one for each of us. This is also to prevent Su Zijin and others from defaulting on their debts, so each of us wears it, and then we will record everything at the scene as evidence. Okay. Seeing that what Su Xiaoyao said made some sense, Fatty Wang and Su Jia did not hesitate and took the mini camera from Su Xiaoyao's hand. After putting on the clothes, Su Xiaoyao called Lin Wanxia and told her that he had something to do tonight and asked her not to pick him up. Then he walked out of the school alone, and Fatty Wang and Su Jia followed not far behind him. First, he led Su Zijin and the hooligans out, and then asked Wang Pengzi and the others to record the scene of the hooligans bullying Su Xiaoyao, and then they came out when it was almost time. Sure enough, after leaving the school gate, Su Xiaoyao saw 3 or 2 boys with dyed yellow hair in the crowd staring at him vaguely. Seeing this, Su Xiaoyao sneered and then walked into the alley they had set. Seeing Su Xiaoyao go to the alley by himself, the yellow-haired guys were stunned and looked a little surprised. Their mission here was to take Su Xiaoyao there. Who knew that Su Xiaoyao actually took the initiative to go there, which saved them a lot of trouble. After observing the surroundings, the hooligans followed Su Xiaoyao. Behind the yellow-haired guy, Wang Pengzi and Su Jia looked at each other and followed him directly. Along the way, Su Xiaoyao did not look back. Since he knew that the hooligans were following him, there was no need to look back. Maybe it would alert the enemy, so he pretended to walk as if nothing had happened. Just when Su Xiaoyao walked to a corner, several people suddenly jumped out from inside. Like the people behind Su Xiaoyao, they all had yellow hair, and some even had tattoos. However, Su Xiaoyao ignored them and continued to pretend to be indifferent and prepared to bypass them and continue walking. There was no way, he had to do the whole act and pretend to be natural, but at this time, one of the gangsters stepped forward and blocked him in front. Seeing this, Su Xiaoyao pretended to be panicked and asked. You, what are you going to do? However, the gangster in front smiled and said jokingly. What are you doing? You have provoked someone you shouldn't have provoked. Don't you know it? After seeing that the other party had revealed his purpose, Su Xiaoyao pretended to be very scared and wanted to escape, but as soon as he turned around, he ran into the gangsters who had been following him. Seeing this, Su Xiaoyao turned around again and looked at the boy in front of him. He said tremblingly. I haven't offended you, why are you targeting me? Oh. He hasn't offended me. Hearing this, the gangster smiled meaningfully, then looked at the alley on the other side and said, "Then I wonder if you have offended him." After hearing this, Su Xiaoyao also looked in the direction of the gangster's gaze, and then pretended to be surprised and said, "You. Su Zijin, that's right, the person who came out of the alley was Su Zijin." He slowly walked in front of Su Xiaoyao, and said with a playful smile, "Hey, isn't this brother Xiaoyao?" Seeing this, Su Xiaoyao continued to pretend to be stupid and said to Su Zijin, "Brother Zijin, you help me, they want to bully me." He help you? Have you forgotten what you have done?" Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao showed a look of sudden enlightenment, and then said to Su Zijin with an angry face, "You. It was you who asked them to wait here to block me, right? So what? Why did you do this?" After hearing this, Su Zijin's expression instantly became ferocious, and he glared at Su Xiaoyao and said, "Why? Su Xiaoyao, have you forgotten the slaps you gave me? You provoked me first. Who told you to insult Sister Wanxia? You." At this point, Su Xiaoyao simply stopped pretending and confronted Su Zijin directly. The purpose was to irritate him and get some useful things out of him. Sure enough, Su Zijin got angry after hearing this, pointing at Su Xiaoyao and saying angrily, "That's all because of you. If you hadn't returned to the Su family, how could there be so many things?" Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao laughed jokingly and immediately mocked. "Su Zijin, do you still have any shame? You have occupied my identity for 17 years, and you have also enjoyed 17 years in the Su family. How dare you say this now? I have done my best to let you stay in the Su family for 17 years. Now that I, the real owner, have returned, I have been very kind not to drive you away. I didn't expect that you, a fake, would blame me." Chapter 38. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The two of them were very angry. "You are a fake. The real young master of the Su family is me, I am." As expected, Su Zijin was furious after hearing this, and roared at Su Xiaoyao like a madman. Then, he waved at the gangsters and said, "Hit me." Seeing this, Su Xiaoyao did not dare to be careless, and immediately took off his school bag to prepare for self-defense. At the same time, Fatty Wang and Su Jia also knew that their goal had been achieved, so they simply stopped hiding. They rushed over from behind and stood with Su Xiaoyao. Before rushing over, the two did not forget to call the police as planned. This place is very close to the police station, and the police can arrive in about 5 minutes, on this side. After the two rushed over, they looked at Su Zijin and said pretentiously, "Su Zijin, what are you doing?" Su Zijin saw the two coming, his face instantly became ugly, and he seemed to know their background. He also knew that the two had a good relationship with Su Xiaoyao. However, at this moment, he was already overwhelmed by anger, staring at the two and said, "I advise you to mind your own business, otherwise I will deal with you too." And Su Jia next to Su Xiaoyao said with a mocking face, "Su Zijin, who the hell are you, dare to talk to me like this?" Even though there were many people on the opposite side, Su Jia was not afraid at all, and immediately started to scold. Fatty Wang also coldly echoed, "That's right, you are just an adopted son of the Su family. The real young master of the Su family is here. The identities of the three of us are not better than you, a fake, and you have no right to fart here." Hearing this, Su Zijin's face turned pale. After a long while, Su Zijin seemed to have made up his mind and said to the gangsters around him, "Hit me." Then, a group of cursing voices were heard, and everyone rushed forward, and the scene was chaotic for a while. Although there were too many gangsters on the opposite side, the three of them still had the ability to protect themselves. At least they could hold on until the police arrived. The physical fitness of the gangsters was not very good. They smoked and drank all year round and mixed in various places of redemption, which also caused great damage to their bodies. As a result, they were all very thin. In modern terms, they were a group of thin dogs. But Su Xiaoyao and his gang were different. Su Xiaoyao is tall and has good physical fitness, although he was abused in the Su family for 2 years, which caused his body to be a little weak. But fortunately, Lin Wanxia took good care of him during this period, and his weak body was mostly healed. In addition, he often exercises, so he has no problem protecting himself. Although Su Jie is not as tall as Su Xiaoyao, his physical fitness is also very strong. His father enrolled him in a Sanda class 2 years ago, and he learned Sanda for 2 years in his spare time, so he has no problem dealing with this group of gangsters. There is no need to talk about Fatty Wang. Although he is not as flexible as Su Xiaoyao and Su Jie, he is fat. Apart from other things, among the people present, no one can resist a beating more than him, and the fat on his body is not for nothing. At least he is very strong, and he can throw a gangster to stagger with one hand, so this campus iron triangle can be said to have their own strengths. Soon, Su Xiaoyao found Su Zijin in the melee. He was holding a wooden stick behind Su Xiaoyao, as if looking for an opportunity. However, Su Xiaoyao would not give him a chance, and a sneer appeared on his lips. He immediately grabbed Su Zijin and started to attack him. Su Zijin had been spoiled in the Su family since he was a child, and he had not exercised for many years, let alone fought, so he was not Su Xiaoyao's opponent. Strictly speaking, his physical fitness was not even as good as that group of gangsters. After several rounds, his stick did not touch Su Xiaoyao, but was beaten black and blue by Su Xiaoyao, and Su Xiaoyao was excited. He had been hurt so badly in his previous life, and this was finally a chance. He had to beat him up, just as a way to get back some interest for the hatred in his previous life. On this side, Su Xiaoyao and Fatty Wang seemed to have discussed it. When Su Xiaoyao was tired of beating Su Zijin, he pushed her towards Fatty Wang. When Fatty Wang was tired of beating Su Zijin, he pushed her towards Su Jie, side. Fuck you, it's finally my turn. Seeing Su Zijin being pushed over, Su Jie was immediately excited. After cursing in his heart, he didn't care how the gangsters behind him beat him, and ran straight to Su Zijin. I asked you to scold me, and you rebelled against me, and dared to beat my brother. Then, Su Jie's yelling and cursing could be heard. Ah. Soon the police car arrived, and everyone stopped what they were doing when they saw it, and Su Zijin seemed to be stunned, squatting on the ground with his hands holding his head, and it took him a few seconds to react. It was too late for him to react. Seeing the police running towards him, Su Zijin was anxious at that time. At this time, his appearance could be said to be horrible, but he didn't care too much. He stood up and was ready to run, but as soon as he took a step, he was pulled by a big fleshy hand. He looked back and saw that it was Fatty Wang who was closest to him. Fatty Wang was squinting his eyes and looking at him with a malicious smile. Seeing this, Su Zijin glanced around and found that Su Xiaoyao and the other 3 were still standing there. Su Zijin immediately understood what was going on. He stared at Su Xiaoyao and said with gritted teeth, "Are you plotting against me?" Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao just smiled coldly at him and did not answer. Seeing this, Su Zijin looked around, as if he was looking for something. In the end, his sight was fixed on the gangster who had provoked Su Xiaoyao before. There were only 5 of them left at the scene, and the other gangsters had already fled. Su Zijin and the gangster looked at each other, and if you look closely, there was still a threat in their eyes. The gangster seemed to have given up resistance and lowered his head. In pain. Soon, several people were taken away by the police car. Brother Xiaoyao. Are you okay, Brother Xiaoyao? In the police station, everyone was taking turns to take notes. Lin Wanner, who had received the notification from the family, had also arrived at this time, and was looking at Su Xiaoyao's face with a distressed face. At this time, Su Xiaoyao's face was also a little bruised, and there was a trace of blood on the corner of his lips. Although Su Xiaoyao had the ability to protect himself, it was inevitable that he would be injured when facing so many people. Chapter 39. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The police told him to notify his family, but Su Xiaoyao had already made a clear distinction between himself and the Su family, so he could only call Lin Wanxia. Lin Wanxia gently stroked Su Xiaoyao's cheek, her eyes full of heartache, and spoke softly. Does it hurt? Hiss, it doesn't hurt. Su Xiaoyao tried to smile at Lin Wanxia, but the wound on the corner of his mouth still moved. You still say it doesn't hurt, but look, it's bleeding. Seeing that Su Xiaoyao was still stubborn, Lin Wanxia's eyes were red with heartache, as if tears would flow out in the next second. Seeing Lin Wanxia so worried about him, Su Xiaoyao was at a loss for a moment, so he had to pull Lin Wanxia's hand and comfort her softly. Sister Wanxia, don't worry, I'm really fine. I'd be surprised if I'm fine. Faced with Su Xiaoyao's comfort, Lin Wanxia glared at him unhappily, but still spoke softly. Remember to run away if you encounter such a thing next time, okay? Don't fight with them stupidly. Okay, don't worry, Sister Wanxia, I promise, there will never be a next time. Su Xiaoyao made a promise to Lin Wanxia immediately after hearing this, and then smiled at Lin Wanxia. Lin Wanxia saw this and glared at him fiercely, but still smiled unconsciously. Seeing Lin Wanxia relieved, Su Xiaoyao was also relieved. He thought Lin Wanxia would blame him when she came, but Lin Wanxia didn't. Facing Lin Wanxia's trust and care, he felt a strange emotion in his heart. I remember that once Su Xiaoyao was beaten up by a group of thugs called by Su Zijin, but he did not show up that time. Su Xiaoyao was beaten up by the thugs and his face was covered with blood. In the end, a passing ant called the police. After arriving at the police station, the police officer inside asked to suggest family members, but the people of the Su family refused for various reasons and no one was willing to come. In the end, it was the director who came out to call them, and they came to the police station one by one reluctantly. As soon as he arrived here, he began to scold Su Xiaoyao, not caring about his injuries and the blood on his face. What's wrong with you? I paid for your education, so you can fight all day long. Xiaoyao, you should learn from your brother Zijin, be a good boy, don't always cause trouble for mom. That's right, you are not even half as good as brother Zijin. Hurry up, I have to take brother Zijin out to see a movie later. Really, I feel annoyed when I see him. Sister, let's go to see brother Xiaoyao first. It's okay if we don't watch the movie. In the police station, all you can see are the disgusted expressions and harsh words of the Su family. No one cares why Su Xiaoyao fights, and the injuries on his body. In the end, the director couldn't stand it anymore, and explained the whole thing to everyone with a gloomy face, and he asked them to pay more attention to their children. After listening to the director's explanation, everyone reluctantly took Su Xiaoyao home. And there was no concern throughout the whole process. Even the director shook his head secretly when he saw this scene, but he was not a family member after all, and had no right to intervene in their family affairs. After returning home, they let Su Xiaoyao get off the car, and drove away without even looking at him. Su Xiaoyao knew that they were going to take Su Zijin to the movies, but he didn't dare to say much, didn't dare to tell them that he also wanted to watch a movie, and didn't dare to beg them to take him with them. He had to turn around and return to his small room alone to digest it by himself. Zijin. Zijin. When he came back to his mind, at this moment, the Su family was coming to the police station in a mighty manner. Except for the eldest sister Su Zijin and the third sister Su Zijin, everyone else was there. Hello, officer. Is Su Zijin here? Oh, you are his family member, right? Yes, I am his father. Where is he? He is taking a statement. Go to the end of this corridor and turn the corner. That is where the family members are waiting. You can go there and wait. He will come out after taking the statement. Okay, thank you, officer. You are welcome. Across the corridor, Su Xiaoyao heard Su Jing was anxious questioning. Su Xiaoyao couldn't help but sneer. Seeing him so anxious, he didn't know. I really thought this was his own son, and it happened that at this time, Su Zijin had just finished recording the record. He stared at Su Xiaoyao with anger in his eyes, as if he wanted to swallow Su Xiaoyao. In response, Su Xiaoyao just looked at him mockingly and didn't take him to heart. Wait, the good show has just begun. Doesn't he like to make small moves behind the scenes? This time Su Xiaoyao will play with him enough. Zijin's younger brother. At this time, Su Jinghua and his group just walked here. After seeing Su Zijin who was injured, Lu Fang rushed forward first, hugged Su Zijin, and cried. Son, let mom see who beat you like this. Su Jinghua's face on the side was not very good either. Looking at the police officer who had just finished recording the confession, he suppressed his anger and said. Officer, can you tell me who beat my son? Sorry, Mr. Su, calm down first. We will tell you naturally after we find out the cause of the matter. Faced with Su Jinghua's inquiry, the police officer also answered in a businesslike manner. However, at this time, the gangster who had been sitting outside waiting for the record stood up and grabbed Su Jingguo's arm, and said incomparably. "Uncle, it was them, it was the three of them who beat Zijin." While saying this, he did not forget to point to Su Xiaoyao and Wang Pengzi who were sitting aside. Su Jingguo and the others were too anxious when they just came in, and obviously did not notice Su Xiaoyao and the others sitting aside. Hearing this, Su Jingguo glanced at the hand on his arm, and then looked at the gangster, frowned immediately, and there was still disgust in his eyes. Seeing this, the gangster had to let go of his hand in a hurry and then lowered his head. Seeing this, Su Jingguo retracted his gaze and then slowly looked at Su Xiaoyao and the others. When he saw that the person sitting was Su Xiaoyao, Su Jingguo's expression instantly became uneasy. He stared at Su Xiaoyao and said with gritted teeth. "Su Xiaoyao, it's you again, you bully Zijin again." Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao shrugged and said indifferently. "Mr. Su, please investigate first before speaking. If you say that, I will sue you for defamation." You. Chapter 40. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The truth is that the... Hearing this, Su Xiaoyao shook his head, smiled self-deprecatingly, then stood up and looked at Su Zijin, and said jokingly. "Then may I ask the sixth miss of the Su family, why am I jealous of Su Zijin? Am I jealous that he has a pair of blind parents who love him, or am I jealous that he has a group of stupid sisters who spoil him?" You. As soon as the words came out, Su Zijin's face flushed with anger. He couldn't imagine that Su Xiaoyao, who had always been submissive in the Su family, would stand in front of her and scold her one day, and Su Jingguo and Lu Fang on the side didn't look very good either. Su Xiaoyao's words not only scolded his daughters, but even the couple could not escape his curse. After a long time, Lu Fang sighed and said to Su Xiaoyao with a heartbroken face. "Xiaoyao, Mom didn't expect you to be this kind of person. You really disappoint Mom." After hearing this, Su Xiaoyao was immediately happy. She looked at Lu Fang with interest and said. "Ms. Lu, what kind of person I am is determined by you, just like now, you don't know the truth of the matter at all and you come to accuse me. Besides, I tell you, I don't need you to be disappointed in me. You have never cared about me since I was a child. What right do you have to talk about being disappointed in me?" Hearing this, Lu Fang was stunned, and just as he was about to speak, he heard Su Jingguo's angry voice. "No need to waste time talking to him. Since this beast is so stubborn, we don't need to show mercy. Wait, after recording the confession, if it is really you who bullied Zijin, I will send you to prison myself and let you reform yourself." After that, he looked at Fatty Wang and Su Jie beside Su Xiaoyao and threatened. "And you, I advise you to tell me the truth when you go in, otherwise, see how I deal with you two beasts." After that, he took a last look at the three people, snorted coldly, and turned his head away from them. However, at this time, a full-hearted voice came in from outside. "I wonder how Mr. Su wants to deal with these two beasts you mentioned." Hearing this, Su Jingguo looked behind him with some doubts. For some reason, he always felt that the voice was familiar. Su Xiaoyao and the others also looked towards the place where the voice came from. The difference is that Wang Pengzi looked excited at this time, as if he knew who was coming. After a while, a fat man with big arms and waist came in, but he was not the only one. There was another person beside him, and they formed a sharp contrast when they walked together. They were about the same height, but this person was very thin and wore glasses, looking gentle and refined, but even such a seemingly gentle person said something that was very different from his appearance. He pointed at Su Jingguo and cursed angrily. "Su Jingguo, are you fucking tired of living? You dare to scold my son and even scare him." This domineering protection of the calf made Su Xiaoyao a little envious. Hearing this, Su Jingguo immediately understood what was going on. In addition to Su Xiaoyao, he had only scolded Wang Peng and Su Jie, and after a careful scan of them, he found that they really looked alike. "Dad!" Wang Pengzi and Su Jie, who were beside Su Xiaoyao, called out to them after seeing them. The two of them had angry expressions just now, but when they saw their sons, they both put on fatherly smiles and said unhappily, "Stinky boy." At this moment, Su Xiaoyao lowered his head in a sense of inferiority. Once upon a time, he also longed for his father to truly love him, care about him and protect him, even if it was with this kind of dot. If they scolded him with a smile, he would feel extremely happy. Unfortunately, they were unwilling to even give Su Xiaoyao a glance, let alone care about him. Perhaps she noticed Su Xiaoyao's lonely expression. Lin Wanxia subconsciously held Su Xiaoyao's hand and smiled at him. Seeing this, Su Xiaoyao swept away the previous haze. Now, for him, it didn't matter whether his parents cared about him or not. In his heart, as long as there was Lin Wanxia, it was enough. Here, Fatty Wang and Su Jie's father had come to Su Jingguo. However, after seeing Lin Wanxia next to Su Xiaoyao, his expression was obviously stunned for a moment, but then it returned to normal. It turned out to be President Wang and President Su. Su Jingguo did not notice their gazes, but greeted them indifferently. "Humph, what's up, Su Jingguo? I heard that you're going to deal with my son." A cold voice sounded, and it was Su Jie's father who spoke, and he didn't give Su Jingguo any face at all. Hearing this, Su Jingguo was not afraid at all, and snorted coldly. "Your son teamed up with them to bully my son, shouldn't I settle accounts with them?" "Oh Su Jingguo, you really have no shame at all when you say this." "You said this so righteously. If I didn't know about the little things in your Su family, I almost thought he was your biological son." "You. What? Are you unhappy? Let me tell you, I'm protecting my biological son. No matter how much you protect him, he's just an adopted son." Su Jingguo was so angry that he couldn't speak, his face turned ashen, and his eyes stared at Su Jie's father. After hearing this, even Su Xiaoyao on the side couldn't help but give him a thumbs up in his heart. At this time, Mr. Wang, who had been silent, spoke up. He was Fatty Wang's father. "Mr. Su, you should be reasonable in everything. Isn't it a bit too hasty to blame my son before the truth of the matter is clear?" Unlike Su Jie's father's sarcasm, Fatty Wang's father spoke more about reason, and there was a sense of majesty in his words and deeds. Facing the questioning of the two company bosses, Su Jingguo was obviously unable to resist. At this time, he also felt a little regretful in his heart. He shouldn't have been so reckless just now. Their two families are still in a cooperative relationship with the Su family. If they get into a stalemate, if the two of them team up to target the Su family, it will be a bit troublesome, but at this point, Su Jingguo could only swallow his anger.